Hello and welcome to Rekindling Relationships with Beck and Vern. As well as podcasting, we run relationship workshops for organisations, as well as fun, creative dates to reconnect couples.
We live in Bendigo with our blended family of 4 teenagers and a menagerie of animals. Welcome to our podcast designed to answer all the tricky questions to do with relationships, done in a fun, sometimes a little silly, but hopefully an informative way.
Hey everyone.
Hey everyone.
So we've decided to change the format for 2022. In the past, we've got lots of seasons, and normally seasons are 7, and that might be something we'll explain one day. But this time we're just going to have a chat, aren't we?
We are. We're going to try something new. I follow a site on social media and being a little bit inspired by it. I don't know if inspired is the right word.
Okay.
But what happens is I sometimes get on this social media site. It comes up and I read through it, and I will often read the questions and then the comments. And sometimes it's a little bit like a car accident that, you know, you shouldn't look at, but you can't help yourself and look at as you're driving past.
And there's all the other comments that come after that. Yeah.
So I got a little inspired by this, and I felt that maybe we should create a new segment, which was Ask Vern.
Ask Vern. So, hello out there and welcome to the Love Doctor.
So I'm going to pull some of these questions out and you're going to answer them.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm looking forward to hearing them.
Vern has no idea what they are.
No, of course not.
So
I like to think on the fly. Okay, so what's your first question that came up?
Off the bat, okay, we're going to start with this one. What should I do if my boyfriend's mother doesn't like Asian women? She believes that Asian women are mostly prostitutes. This is a Swedish family. What would your advice be?
It's a very interesting and very particular sort of problem. Is it the mother-in-law? It's the mother.
Yeah, their boyfriend's mother.
Mother-in-law. Wow. Look, I guess I haven't had to deal
Well, they're not
much
married yet, Ven. Settle down.
Okay. So
they're
it's
just
a boyfriend's
dating.
mother. All right.
Yeah.
So let's see. So the mother's decided that this person looks a certain way, so she must be like that.
Yeah.
I reckon they should just go with it. Just go the full hog of where all of a sudden the phone's ringing all the time and, oh, look, I've just got to go off and I've just got to give someone a quick hand job, okay?
I've got to escort this person.
I'll be back in 20 minutes. I'm just going to do a blowjob behind the toilets. Just go the whole way. Because, at the end of the day, what is she going to do?
Should she dress like a hooker when she goes over there?
Yes, definitely. She should dress. She should just
stereotype herself.
Fully embody that, because the mother thinks that anyway. So you might as well go. You could turn into a bit of role play.
No.
So she could be, and we've done this one before. She could be like the massage person. Come on, time for a happy ending.
Oh no!
No?
Oh no! You just stereotype.
Did I stereotype? Oops, sorry about that.
Okay, no, on a serious note though, have you ever had this happen where you've dated someone and their family members have been not quite happy with you, or a little bit racist towards you? Because you look a little different, Ben.
What do you mean by that? I look a little different. You look very unique.
But have you ever dated someone where the family have been a bit like, oh, who's this guy?
I felt like that with one of my actual first girlfriends as an adult when I was about 19 years old, and her parents were a bit strange anyway. I never really felt comfortable in that house. I also probably looked a little bit slick. I had cool 90s mullet, flannelette shirts. And I was a keeper.
Oh, God.
Maybe that was more it, actually. It was more the weird rocker headbanger sort of look that they didn't go for.
Rather than your nationality.
Rather than the colour.
That's good.
It is an interesting thing, though, isn't it? Because everyone has different perspectives. Have you ever had this happen?
Oh, no. Everyone's family's loved me.
Of course they have. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves Beck. Everybody loves Beck. They want to talk to her.
Stereotypical
they want to chat to her. Oh, yeah,
blonde white person though.
You're
so I haven't
blonde
really
and white.
that hasn't really come up for me. But I know this can be a problem with other races where if they're not dating what their parents or family think they should date, religion or race, then you're not accepted.
This actually happened to my brother, because my brother was going out with a Croatian girl for a couple of years, and the girl never told her parents because she felt if she did, then they were not not going to approve of it, and there's going to be a whole lot of blah blah. My brother would turn up, get treated like her friend. Oh, this is my
Yeah,
friend.
right.
Yeah, for 2 years, and then she ended up
just hit it.
Yeah, she hit it, and then she ended up breaking up with him because she just couldn't tell her family, and she was just like, I think she just found nowhere to go with it.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Yeah, it's really sad. My brother was devastated. You know, he really wanted that relationship to happen, and he was quite
Yeah.
surprised when, she didn't want to tell.
But she wanted her parents' approval
Yeah.
over that.
Yeah, which I can understand because you've
Mm.
got to live in that culture as well, don't you?
So what advice would you give to people in that situation?
I'd say call your mother a racist.
Call her out on it.
Yeah, I say call her out. I say be really clear. Hey, this is how it rolls.
Yeah.
This is who I'm with.
I do like calling them out on it because I think that obviously they're wrong. And so call them on it.
But older people do have strange ideas. I mean, now,
Yeah, they do.
you know, we know with our teenagers, they talk about sexuality and the LGBTQI community with a normalcy that we didn't have when we were at school. We didn't understand that. We didn't understand any differences. I think that our parents, you know, they're a bit older and they just don't think. Even if you say something to them. My mum came from Sri Lanka, first immigrant to Australia, and had a European background, but she would be racist towards the Japanese because Sri Lanka actually had to defend itself against the...
So she wouldn't have approved if you dated a Japanese woman.
Well, that would have been really interesting, actually, because I never did date a Japanese woman, but it would have been interesting to see what her reaction would be. However, having said that, she's a pretty open-minded person, so I feel that she would go rather than for the culture, for the actual person themselves. Oh, I like this person. Doesn't matter where you're from.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
I definitely hope so. Otherwise, I'd be calling her out on it. What were the other answers to the page about that thing? Did you have any or not?
There was 32 comments on there and
Yeah.
most were horrified, thank goodness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody
So
gave,
there was nothing
was there any
kind
good
of...
advice?
Oh, she's a racist. You know, that's bad. you
Okay.
know. So,
Yep. Yep. And that's the answer to that question.
Okay, shall we go on to the next one?
I'm interested where you're going to go with it.
Okay, what about this one? So this person has been with their man for a little over a year. The sex has not been the greatest and they have expressed their feelings about it and have tried talking about their needs. He stopped drinking alcohol for 2 months and the sex got worse. He puts little or no effort into it. He gets off and then rolls over and goes to bed, leaving him is not an option apparently yet. Any suggestions on how to get him to put some effort in? I'm starting to feel unattractive and like I'm just a roommate.
Alrighty, so she's not getting any. He's not doing his job. I actually think it is his job. It's his job to be emotionally, intimately connected to his partner, to the person he's in the house with. And if he's not, they've got to have a conversation about why it's not happening. I think they need to sit down and have a conversation. I think there needs to be a conversation saying, hey, you know what? You're not doing it. I'm actually really surprised as well when he stopped drinking that it got worse. Because I would have thought that if he stopped drinking, then all of a sudden maybe be more present. By the sound of it, he's probably got a whole lot of stuff going on in his head.
And she does say that she has tried to express her feelings about it, but nothing's changed.
Well, maybe it's how she's tried to express her feelings about it. It's after the act, yeah? There's a sense of shame for the man, you might think, because she's not getting what she wants, yeah? It sounds like he's completely disconnected from her. Like he's not really interested in it. Maybe he's doing porn. Maybe he's
maybe that's
gone prescription drugs. Maybe he's stressed at work. But there's something going on in his head and he's not dealing with
that thing. So he needs to deal with that first.
He needs to deal with that thing because he's not going to actually step into the relationship until he's dealt with the stuff that's swinging around in his head. So he needs to go and see a counselor, join a men's group, actually talk about what's happening for him and shift some of that stuff. Because if he's not talking to his wife about it, maybe he doesn't know how to as well. Maybe he's feeling a little
Well,
bit
they've only been
like
going out a year.
That's a shame. You think in the first year, it's all the crazy, wild sex in random places and lots of fun. And if
would
they're in
think
that
so.
space and even that first year, it's not happening. I'm surprised she stuck it out this long, like with really
doesn't sound like
perfection.
there's much chemistry there.
Why is she in there? Is he rich? Maybe maybe he's fabulously good looking. So that wouldn't work. Maybe he's a celebrity. Let's name
Would
it
you like to know some of the
I'd
advice?
love to hear some of the advice.
There
Tell me.
was some gold.
Okay, tell me some of the advice.
Somebody suggested get yourself a toy and let him worry about his own problems. Seems like he just doesn't care. Pretty typical.
Alrighty, so There we go. Somebody else is having
get
the
a
same.
toy.
Oh, you know what?
Just live like that
Yeah.
as a roommate. Just get yourself a toy.
Yeah.
Was the advice.
And if you can find something which is actually rechargeable, then you're going to have a lower cost to the environment as well, because you won't have to be buying batteries all the time. Think about this stuff.
Okay, good. Good for the environment.
Yeah.
Somebody stated the obvious was need to add some romance and spice.
No kidding. I think she knows that. He might be not too sure.
Somebody else said, help yourself with a sex toy, or if you don't want, just cheat on him. That was the other advice.
Well, you've been together for a year. Go and cheat on the guy. I mean, really.
Pretty terrible.
That's terrible advice.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Somebody said get on top, but I'm not sure what.
Get on top.
What is-
Well, no, you don't know what that means. So when
We
the man's
presu-
when the
yeah.
man's lying down.
Yeah, I know,
what
but
the
they're presuming she's not. She might be.
maybe she's not
And
doing
how is that
anything
going to
either.
make any difference?
Maybe she's not doing it. She's not putting any effort in either.
Like you said, maybe they need to have that conversation.
Maybe we need to blame her for being too oversexed. That guy probably can only handle it once every 2 or 3 weeks. You should be doing it way more than once every 2 or 3 weeks. 2 or 3 times a week at
That's
least.
a very blanket rule.
I think
Everybody out there
I
who's
think,
in very different situations.
okay, fair enough. At least once a week.
I'm not sure about Bern's advice anymore.
Ben's great advice.
Okay.
I think everyone should be having lots of sex all the time with each other. We'd all be happier and more.
Do you know
and
everyone's
less stressed.
hating on you right now, probably
Right.
out there going,
Okay.
oh, my partner's like
Look, I've
on
had-
medication and
okay, look, I've
lost
had-
the libido. We've been together 30 years and we've like, you know,
my
there's
goodness.
probably so many
It's very
reasons.
very specific over there.
What?
Look, I think that not that people should be having sex all the time. I think they should be being intimate all the time. They should be touching and holding hands and being close and doing those things. If they're not being sexual, they should at least be doing that, because that will help everything else. It's not just sex. That's the thing. There's got to be more to it than that.
Absolutely. And maybe it's that knowing what they find important. So it might be that they want to have time spent with them. Listen to
How do they love to be loved?
Yeah.
Do they need more of your time together?
get them in the mood.
Yeah, maybe they don't feel heard. Maybe there's something else going on for them. Maybe they're actually cheating, and that's what's happening. So they're off cheating.
my God,
So when
I'm
they
so
come back
glad
and they're
you're
with
not
this,
responding
and
to this.
they're with this person, and then they're like, I can't be bothered having sex with you. I've had sex with like 3 different people this week.
Created oh no! People are already paranoid on this site.
Can I?
Oh, okay,
can I
talking
do
about that.
can I do
Next question.
Hang on, can I do the comments? Can I just write back
no.
to them? Oh, is it Greg? Oh my goodness, you should
thought
know
it-
about Greg.
Oh no! Okay, on that note though,
Okay.
this is a good follow-on. If your husband has selfies on his phone and you are going through hard times, what do you suspect?
What do you? I'd say he's maybe more obsessed with himself than you. Who knows? He's just trying to find the right angle. Work out his chiseled jawline. How do I look now? Maybe because he doesn't use a mirror, it's just his way of checking out. Did I shave this morning? How's my hair look? You never know. I think you're reading too much into it. I think you need to go and find some help.
Actually, that was some of the comments.
Oh, is that
I think maybe you're thinking too much about this.
Yeah. I do think that people do overthink situations. They read too much into it because what they do is they come from maybe a background experience of a certain thing and then they bring that into this space.
I think if there are some trust issues there prior to this, clearly there is, and they're going through a hard time, then maybe if he is taking selfies of himself, and somebody asked a good question on that, which was, is this out of character?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Which was a
isn't it?
very good question, I
Yeah.
thought.
Do they have clothes on? Like, that's a good one. Like, is he naked? Is it just the bottom
It's
half?
just his chest.
If it's just the bottom half, I'd be worrying. I'd be like going, hang on a second. You seem to be taking lots of photos of parts of your body. I'm not seeing them. What are you checking for? There's some sort of weird mole test, just in case you got skin cancer. You just take lots of photos of yourself. I need to take these photos.
So I thought that was a really good question. Like, is this out of character? And she said yes.
Oh, then maybe you've got reason to worry. You know what you should do? I think I'll tell you what you should do. You should take lots of selfies of yourself, because what that's going to do is if they're doing something with those selfies, it's going to trigger them. If they see selfies of you and they're fully triggered by it, there's a reason. There you go. Boom. Just drop that bombshell. Because if you take lots of selfies and they're like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, I like taking selfies of myself too. I don't know why. It's really weird. Different places.
What are you, like a 16-year-old girl though?
Oh my God. Like, can you just not? Like, really? Can we?
But But like if they're like not a 16-year-old girl, yeah, then
hang
that
on.
seems unusual.
I think
yeah?
no, I don't think so.
Because you take
hang
selfies
on.
of yourself though.
Hang on, are you saying that only 16-year-old girls take selfies?
Obsessed with taking selfies.
No, I would say that everybody's obsessed with taking selfies. 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. It's a type of person. It's not an age. I reckon you're closing it in there because people take lots of photos themselves. I occasionally take a selfie of myself, but not for any, it's not because...
If there's trust issues there, then I think you'd be like, oh, why are they taking a selfie and who are they sending that to?
If there's lots of them, like, occasional ones, I don't see that's a problem. Because sometimes you're just like, you look and you're like, oh, this is good light. Actually,
Oh my
I might just
God,
work.
Ben, do you actually do that?
No, I might just work my profile right now. Hang on. Oh, pretty smick.
This is sounding too familiar.
I know what you're talking about.
So what would your advice be for this person?
Take lots of selfies of yourself and in lots of
so
different
glad I
places,
asked.
but really some sexy ones as well. And then let them see your phone and see what they do. Because if they go, oh, that's interesting. Why do you do that? And you say, oh, that's so funny. We're both doing that. I wonder why.
Is that actually your serious advice?
I think it's a great way to do it. It's very passive aggressive.
Terrible.
Just ask fun.
I might change it to let's ask Beck.
Oh, good. Do I get to get the questions in? I'll get the questions and I'll read them to you and you will find out what you think. How's that sound?
I think she should just straight out ask him. I think she should just say, hey, I know we're going through a rocky patch right now. You're taking lots of selfies of yourself. And I'm just wondering, are you sending them to someone? Because I'm feeling a bit insecure.
I think going with that one, saying, I'm feeling a bit insecure because I'm noticing you're sending lots of selfies and wondering, are you sending them to anyone in particular? Because it might not be an intimate affair yet. It could be an emotional affair which starts intimate affairs. I mean, it's less passive aggressive than mine and it could work. Maybe both. Maybe do that, have that conversation. And if there's like shutdown, denial, do it my way. My way is way funnier.
Okay, tune in next time for more questions for Vern. Well, maybe they'll be for me next time.
Just ask fun.
Well, thanks so much for listening and we hope you enjoyed the new format. If you have any questions, please message me on Facebook. They can be any questions you like, fun, serious or otherwise, and we will endeavour to answer them.
It is Vern's segment, so I'll answer them.
Well, I don't know after this one whether we'll keep it as Ask Vern.
I think I did really well for the first one.
Change that.
Hope you're all having a good 2022. We have an online course we're putting out at the end of March, April. We're really excited about that and we'd love for you to check it out. As well as that, we've got some events happening in Bendigo. We've got a live podcast in the park coming up soon and we're pretty excited about that, having a panel and talking all things relationship.
That's super exciting. So come along if you live locally.
Otherwise, we will put that podcast up soon. See ya.
See you next time. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe and follow us.
And check out our website at rekindlingrelationships.com.
Bye for now.
See ya.